Man, I'm comfortable in that position.
That looked like the worst blitz disguise I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
Smirking like, I'm not blitzing.
Greedy called it out. Greedy called out the blitz.
I was trying to stop you. I didn't know how else to do it. So
I was testing you, man. Just make sure you only gave your work. Congratulations.
We'll see if you can fluster him.
next time, stay out of the shot. First take starts now.
It's a Wednesday, which means I'm in the house, which means we put a little class in our first class episode today. Furthermore, a little historical perspective.
Furthermore.
I'm not done yet.
Oh.
A little historical perspective, a little enthusiasm, Mr. Smith. Enthusiasm. Happy that you're here. And number two, and most important, knowledge. Knowledge.
Why are you on national television looking like a funeral director?
That's funny. That is funny. I like that one.
First takes it.
In the house. Yes, sir.
Well, this is not good.
This stadium is very quiet after what happened to Tua Tagovailoa. It's very recognizing what happened to him a couple years ago. Everyone very concerned. It doesn't matter if you're wearing teal or blue.
As Tua Tagovailoa is in the locker room, he leaned forward trying to pick up extra yardage, and he got hit in the head. A disappointing night for the Miami Dolphins and their football fans.
I would actually say you look like a groomsman. That's where I was going.
He looks like he's going to do a magic trick somewhere.
Molly, you're right.
No, I was
Molly.
thinking a wedding. Who's jumping the broom?
That's magical right there.
Magic, baby.
Molly,
Yeah.
I stand corrected. You are absolutely right, Molly. A groomsman would be a better analogy.
Yeah.
What's up, Kimberly?
That is a big tie.
That's quite
A
a
white
lot.
tie, something different. Something different. How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Kimberly?
You okay?
I'm good.
And how's the big guy today? Is the big guy in pretty good shape?
Steven?
I'm in very good shape. I feel great. Let's roll.
All right, let's
roll.
do it. The Dolphins placed Tua Tagovailoa on injured reserve Tuesday after the quarterback suffered another concussion in Thursday's loss to the Bills. Per NFL rules, Tua must remain on injured reserve for at least 4 games. There's no timetable for how long Miami plans to keep him on IR as he focuses on his health before his return to the field. Last season, Tua played in every game after missing 5 the previous year due to concussions. At Alabama, Tua also underwent surgeries on his ankle and his hip. Mad Dog. What's your reaction to this latest news?
Well, listen, they had to do it, and the world's now going to pay attention here because we all saw Tua 2 years ago, as Stevie knows. We were sitting here doing these shows in a Buffalo game where they didn't rule it a concussion. Then he came out the following Thursday against Cincinnati, and that was a terrible thing. Remember that? They had to get the ambulance out there and what have you. Then he gets hurt on Christmas Day against the Dolphins, against Green Bay on Christmas Day for the Dolphins. So the world's going to pay attention here. Everybody doesn't want to see this. This is terrible to see. This hit last Thursday with Hamlin. Terrible to see. So the NFL will pay attention. Doctors will pay attention. The Dolphins are going to have to pay attention. That's number one. Number two, I think he's going to play. He's a football player. I think once he gets clearance, whenever that might be, it might be 8 weeks, might be 10 weeks, but I don't think you've seen the last of Tua on a football field. I think he is going to play. In the meantime, the Dolphins are a mess. They don't have a quarterback. So they're going to have a very long year. Now, we'll get to this question later about the money they got to pay him. You know, how this is working. You're paying these quarterbacks all this money. They gave him the money when they knew he had a concussion history, which is interesting. But I do think you're going to see him. And I do think when he does come back, and I think he will play again, you will have the whole world basically at the edge of their seat, closing their eyes every time he runs around and gets a hit, scrambles, and everybody's going to be nervous about it. Because that's what happens with concussions. You hate to see it. So I think you're going to see that down the road. Kimberly?
Yeah, in fairness to the Dolphins, how they're handling it right now is saying, listen, this is not, we're going to leave it up to Tua and the independent neurologists that are looking at him. This is not, the team will not tell him what to do. This is a decision that he and his family have to make. I remember over in the last season and early in the offseason, we had the conversations of, do you think the Dolphins should pay Tua? Do you think that they should give him the money? I was surprised that they did, only because I would understand if they had waited and said, let's see you get through this year. Let's see you have back-to-back seasons that you're able to play close to 16 games or 16 games. But to be honest, his play warranted a big money contract. in the past 2 years, ranked second in passing yards per attempt, second in passer rating, fourth in total passing yards, fifth in passing touchdowns. At one point last year, early in the season, we're talking about him in the MVP category. So his play warranted that money. I think it's easy to play Monday morning quarterback with this situation and say, why they give him that money? Now they're on the hook for it. Well, they gave him the money because the play warranted it. They love this guy. They see him as the future. To your point.
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there. Behind his seat. And leave comment below. This is a make or break season for him. He's got to make an impact. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the freaking Brandon Mason Show. Wow. We got a lot going on right now. I appreciate all you guys joining us early in the building for the conversation. Miami Dolphins. Can you guys hear me okay? If you can hear everything perfect in the chat right now, put a Y during the live stream. If you can hear me okay, let me know right now. Will the Dolphins make the playoffs? I got my coffee right here. I may not need it. Maybe I do need it. We'll see how we're rocking today. The NFL is back, and we're rocking and rolling, and I cannot wait for this week. Maybe our play-by-plays will be going good. Maybe they won't, but we don't give a damn because we're going to be rolling right here until YouTube makes us rock and roll. The Miami Dolphins have some questions they need answered. The people in the live stream right now, good morning to you. Everybody in the chat right now, put good morning in the chat right now. If you're new in the building, let us know. Hit the like button. I love that you guys are communicating on here. We're building friendships. We're building relationships. And more importantly, we're talking about sports today, and let's dive into it right now. Good morning to everybody in the building. If you're in the Mason mob, put the freaking dice in the chat right now to all the beautiful people hanging out today. Tua Tagovailoa chooses to stay in the NFL. The man doesn't want to leave. I know a lot of people have some questions about this. I'm not Tua. You're not Tua. People that can say their opinions and put their insight out there can't freaking decide what he should do. It's up to him. He's his own man. But let's be clear. Let's be honest right now. Tua has had multiple concussions. Tua has had multiple injuries. And I'm just saying right now in the live stream, should Tua stay in the NFL? Should Tua leave? Let us know right now in the chat. And at the end of the show, we're going to have you guys come on here and communicate and talk about what you think. But let me make sure I got something correct right now because we had some changes on our damn platform. It is Wednesday, the 18th. Don't worry about it. We had some power outages going on. I'm going to get that fixed right now for people that are in attendance right now. We just got that adjusted at the bottom of the screen. It is freaking the 18th. It's Wednesday. All of you guys are ready to go for hump day, baby, because I'm ready to rock and roll. And let's talk about it right now. Tua Tagovailoa. Geez, it's hard enough to say his name, and it's hard enough to make a decision. Is he supposed to stay in the league or not? Multiple injuries, multiple problems, multiple concussions, and that is really the main factor right now. When I look at all the images that I got on here, all the reports that I got on my screen right now, here's the concern. He has another concussion. He's on the field. Let me tell you something. If your kid is playing football, if your family friends are playing football, your teammates are playing football, and you see this on the field, you see someone get hit, and you see this kind of reaction where someone doing this kind of stuff or putting their arms out or locking it out or not moving or having some concerns and things like that, the worst thing you want to see is this happen consecutively. We're not talking once. We're not talking twice. We're talking 3 times or more. It's injury prone. It's a problem. Tua's got to make a decision if he wants to stay in the National Football League, which he is doing, and the NFL has to make a big decision. Should Tua be able to continue playing football for liability purposes? And that's what people have to talk about right now. The man has had multiple concussions. And when you're on the field and you see this, okay, you see a man that loves the game of football. Not denying that. I appreciate the warrior in him that wants to be on the field. I appreciate someone who's like, I'm playing football. I signed up to play football. We have a complete interview today. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. I want you guys to see. And let me tell you something. If you're on here right now and you love football, smack that damn like button right now. And if you like fresh suits, smack that like button too, because let me tell you something. It's hot in the studio. We're in Miami. We got the AC rocking, but let me tell you, wearing a suit in Miami, just saying, it's like overcooking out here, but we got to get to the bottom line. Let me throw my glasses on and let you guys know that I mean business today, because Tua Tagovailoa Is he a good quarterback? Is he worthy? That massive contract that he got, over $200 million freaking dollars. What were the Miami Dolphins thinking? Look, I like what the Dolphins are trying to do. I love that they said, look, he earned it. And he was out there playing, and he had a pretty good season. And they got Tyreek Hill back on there. He's got his receivers. He's got Mostert, a running back who was injured, but he'll be back. You have a great system. You have a pretty good defense of players out there, bringing in Jalen Ramsey. Then you brought in Poyer from the Bills. All these people are out there, and they needed to pay their quarterback and they got that done. Over $200 million. The concussions keep going. That's a concern. But here's the question. The Miami Dolphins have a huge liability by doing this. They have a huge liability. I mean, last season, they fired one of their people that work in the medical staff because they decided to keep him in the game. Or was it the season before? I'm sorry. Was it the end of last season or whatever? At the end of the day, he's on the field. He makes this kind of thing. They put him back in the game. Whoa, what were you thinking? What kind of protocol did you go through? What kind of protocol did you go through? There were a bunch of memes and everything where it was like, here's the protocol they did. You're good to go. Like, that was the kind of conversation they were having. And the problem you have is you look at the man laying on the ground and you look at that. Coaches look at this. Players look at this. Family looks at this, right? The team is on the field, people kneeling on the field, taking a look at what is going on. It's becoming a massive, massive liability. If you guys agree with me, is this not a big liability? People in the live stream right now, I appreciate you. And people that will watch the live stream after the show, because it pops up and everybody starts talking about it and conversing back and forth about the live stream. What do you guys think about this? Is he becoming a liability for the Dolphins? Because you know what? They don't want to shun him. Right? Like, they don't want to shut him and be like, oh, yeah, you got to go. They paid him over $200 million in a contract, obviously guaranteed money. He's going to have about $100 million or more. And then now it's like $140 million, and there's problems with that because if the Dolphins go, yeah, you got to go, they got to pay him X amount of money. If Tua walks away from the game by himself, get to that in a second, then the Dolphins save some money. But it's becoming a liability. You put him on the field, people are going to be like, what are the Miami Dolphins thinking? It's not right. Why would you do that? And welcome to the building right now. If I didn't say your name this morning, Cap, welcome to the live stream. Now I see you in the building as well. Pitbull Mama's in the building. Everybody that's in the damn live stream right now, if you're watching this, let me see your hashtag NFL in the chat. Hashtag NFL, hashtag Dolphins, hashtag Miami Dolphins. Everybody watching right now, we're getting YouTube back on the map. Everybody drop it in the chat right freaking now. Stevie's Girl's in the building. Send me that direct message on Instagram. We got to get you something sent out to you. Candy, people that we got to get you set up. Nathan's in the building. We appreciate you. Everyone that's in the live stream. Love Francis in the house. I see you coming in to the live stream. Comment right now. NFL right now in the building because we're back. Tua's got to make some damn decisions that make sense for his family. Right? Like, he's got a family out there. He's got kids. He's got a wife. On the field, they're probably going, whoa, that's my husband. Guess what? You got a rich husband. You got $140 million. I don't think it really matters about the money at this point. But is that the concern? Is that the concern? Is Tua staying in the NFL for the guarantee of the money that he needs? Is he staying? Roger's in the building. Roger, how you doing out there? We appreciate you joining us for the live stream. We got a lot of conversations about our studio. Tyler's in the building. We got a lot of conversation for you guys to talk about our studio, our headquarters, our transformation, and what we're going to be doing live on this damn show. We got players coming on here. We got bare knuckle fighters scheduled already. Coming in the building. I told them you guys want to see them, guys. You guys are going to be talking to bare knuckle fighters calling into the house. Here's what I got to tell you. This is the main conversation. Tua's got to stay there to get that money. If Tua walks away from the game on his own 2 feet and goes, I'm not playing football anymore, guess what happens? Tua loses that money. He loses a shit ton of money because he walked away on his own. If he says, I'm playing, I'm not leaving, I'm balling, I'm not going anywhere, I'm a Dolphins player, I'm a quarterback, I'm a warrior, then guess what? If the NFL says you can't play anymore, we can't have you, it's a liability, then Tua's going to get that money that's guaranteed to him because he didn't quit. He wants to come back. If the NFL turns him away, he gets that freaking money. So here's the problem. It's about $140-something million that he'll get guaranteed. If, in fact, he says, you know what, I'm walking away, I'm not playing football anymore. If he does that, then guess what? The Dolphins don't have to give him that money. So that's the problem they got right now. It's a massive liability. They don't want to shut him, but the reality is you gave him over $200 million in a contract. Did they miss something here? That's why I have the title of the freaking thumbnail today is they overlooked it. They missed it. They didn't see it. I could see it. I've been saying this for 2 goddamn years that the man is eventually going to have some issues. Concussion after concussion. You got to be two-dimensional in the National Football League now. You can't just be a Peyton Manning out there. Those people are fading out. You got to be able to run the football. I'm not saying run down and make people mad. I'm talking scramble for a first down and slide. And you don't got to be a Josh Allen taking hits or a Lamar Jackson or a Jalen Hurts or a Patrick Mahomes. You can go on and on and on, and all those teams are winning football games. Every team I just named to you with dual threat quarterbacks is winning football games, right? Except for the fact that this season, Lamar Jackson, you're like, wait a second, you're balling out 0-2. But here's the thing. The Baltimore Ravens will get it together because the Baltimore Ravens will be able to turn negative yards into positive yards. And Tua, I thought Tua can do that. I thought he can do that out of college. I'm like, he could run the ball a little bit. Look, I got the video. I'm going to show it to you right now. It's so important. He's staying in the National Football League. Here's the video right now. If you're in the chat right now in the NFL, put the Dolphins so YouTube knows what we're talking about. All my freaking people in the Mesa Mob and all my people part of my show every day in the live stream right now. If you're watching it live, put Dolphins in the chat right now. Dolphins, 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 so we can get it rocking and rolling. I'm checking everything right now. Put it in the chat right now so that way it pops up on YouTube for people to see. I got the video right here. Let me turn the damn volume up. Here is what's going on.
Tagovailoa struggled to get back up after the big hit. Now some are urging the 26-year-old star to consider stepping away from the game for good. ABC's Lara Spencer has the latest.
Somebody's going to run for the first down.
A scary moment on the football field, putting the issue of player safety front and center.
Here it is again.
Miami Dolphins star quarterback Tua Tagovailoa taking a hard shot to the head from the Buffalo Bills' Damar Hamlin. Late in the third quarter of the primetime game, Tagovailoa running the ball, lowering his shoulder and colliding.
It didn't even look crazy, but watch.
He takes a shot at the 6-yard line.
And then the arms come out all stuck. That's not what you want.
Hit to the head. His hands appear to seize, an immediate sign of neurological trauma known as fencing. Rolling on his side, holding his helmet.
I was just worried about my guy, not something that you ever want to be a part of. You know, you hope not to.
Former NFL star Dez Bryant saying, that's it. The NFL has to do the right thing. Tua has had entirely way too many.
Look what the players are saying on Twitter.
Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp agreeing, saying Tagovailoa should shut it down, writing, his concussions are getting worse and worse, and he's a young man with his entire life ahead of him. And Super Bowl champion Damian Woody telling Scott Van Pelt last night,
This game of football, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. You got so much life to live. And for me, it's just sickening to see this man, seem like time and time again, being in that uncomfortable position.
The scene eerily similar to this one from the Dolphins' Thursday night football game 2 years prior.
You keep seeing this same kind of scene, right?
Slung down in his own 48-yard.
There comes a point in time where you got to pray for this man and get him out of what he's in.
Head and back on the turf, leaving the field on a stretcher. He suffered 2 confirmed concussions that season, and even before this most recent hit, the QB revealing he was considering retirement because of them.
I considered it, for a time, having sat down with my family. I love the game of football. If I didn't, I would have quit a long time.
Look, I get that. He's saying if he loves the game of football, he would have quit a long time ago if he wasn't tough. I'm just saying this isn't about how tough you are anymore. When you get to the National Football League, you've proven you're tough. You start in high school, you get to college football, we had double sessions, triple sessions, crazy stuff going on, conditioning, off-season workouts, hitting the gym twice a day, hot tubs, cold tubs, training room, locker rooms. You got pregame warm-ups, you got game film, you got tape in the morning, tape in the evening. I mean, you got fights on the field. We got a lot of stuff going on in the National Football League. This happens. This happens. Mile High's in the building. We appreciate you coming into the live stream. Look, I'm just saying he's staying there for reasons that I don't think that's super important. I think he made a lot of money. I think it's time to think about the future. But did the Dolphins overlook this? Did they look past the situation? I'm saying I've been looking at this for a while. I didn't overlook any of this. as a bystander, as someone that played football before, former player, got a chance to get to the Giants, didn't work out a knee injury. I came down here to Miami for the Dolphins. My knee kept swelling up on the damn field. And they're like, Brandon, we would love to have you here, but your knee is swelling up. I'm like, shit, that might be the end of the road for me. I can't perform the same way. It's a risk. It's a liability, and that was not a head injury. Let me tell you something. All freaking players in the NFL got head injuries. We get hit all the time. You get your head, as a running back, you get hit every play. They fake it to you, and you still get hit. So at the end of the day, Tua right now, I'm just telling you right now, as a former player and someone that understands the impact of concussions and forgetting something, having memory loss for a minute or brain fog, you have someone on the field right now that might not be able to think as clearly at the moment. Jeff Lee, welcome to the live stream. We appreciate you. People that are coming to the building, we appreciate you watching this live. If you're in here right now, smack that like button. Should Tua leave it? Should Tua hang the cleats up? Or should Tua keep playing? That's what we're talking about right now. And ultimately, Tua's going to make that decision. I'm not saying that we are responsible or we should be the ones that are making the decision for Tua. I'm just saying the conversation comes down to the NFL where you got a guy who's a massive liability, and this is a massive concern. And I think right now, looking at the coaches, looking at Mike McDaniel, and Coach McDaniel's going, look, I got a great relationship with Tua, and he's happy about that, and I'm sure he does. And I see the pictures I pull up of him. He has a great relationship with Tua. But that relationship has to go deeper than the football field. And that's why when I watch these interviews and I watch exactly what the coach said, he goes, look, I'm here for Tua right now. Whatever he decides to do, we'll support him. But the owner, Steve Ross, has to be sitting there going, if he comes back on his own, we got to pay him all the money. There comes a business decision also. I hate to say that. It's the NFL, and a lot of people will say, oh, it's not about just winning. Yes, it is. It's about winning. When you're in the business of paying players $200 million, they got to be on the field. If not, it is a business. Now, when you look past that part and go, okay, these are real people. We're talking about Tua Tagovailoa. Does anybody know right now how old Tua is? Whoever can tell us in the chat right now how old Tua is, will spin the wheel first on our next live stream for our play-by-play. We got the games on here. Whoever can put in the chat right now how old Tua is will be the first person to spin the wheel on our next play-by-play for our live stream. Make sure everybody looks on there and make sure it's right. Everybody fact check it. Fact check it right now. How old is he? Is he 26 years old? Is he 26 years old? Everybody in the live stream put 26. Let me tell you something right now. At 26 years old, you are just still a young adult. You are still someone who's just learning the ropes. You're learning business. You're learning finances. You're learning a lot of things. The Miami Dolphins overlooked some of this. They wanted to bring him back. It was well-deserved. And when I say overlook, I'm not saying that they just, missed it. It's not that they missed it. They knew he had concussions. But maybe they overlooked the piece of the pie. He deserves a quarterback payout. The last couple of seasons, he deserves to be paid as a quarterback. But the concussions are a major problem. And to get to where you got to get to, he's got to be able to run the football. He's got to get outside the box when he's running the ball. He's got to be able to get outside the pocket. He's got to be able to break that. He's got to run and slide for first downs and make plays for your offense. And that's not happening. That's not happening because they're going to tell him straight up, if Tua gets back on the football field, some people are saying he's coming back on the football field. Some people are still saying right now that Tua is coming back. If Tua is coming back and we're going to see Tua again on the field, I'm just saying that's a freaking concern. That's a concern. He's not going to be able to run the football. It's going to be 3-step drop, bang, screen pass. 3-step drop, boom, slant pass, or quick drop, boom, hook. They're not going to be running those crazy plays. Maybe some fades. They're not going to be running those 5-step drops, those play action, those naked bootlegs. They're not running that. Because if you do, you got a freaking problem. You got a quarterback that cannot get hit. He gets hit. Like, you okay, Tua? You okay, Tua? That's a problem. And I think Tua's a great person. He's an excellent role model. He's showing that people want on their football team because he's a leader. I'm not talking about vocal. I'm talking about does the right thing. Speaks well to the media. He's not outside partying, getting all up and whatever, and then leaving, showing up late and having problems and issues with baby mamas and all this kind of shit. He's doing what NFL people should be doing as a role model is what I'm trying to tell you right now. He's trying to be a good person. The problem with Tua right now is he has too many freaking concussions. And these aren't concussions where you get hit and you just go, little brain fog. No, this is conversation that I just showed you on the field. Let me see. Listen, when you're getting hit like that, and I got this picture right here I got to show you again. This shit is not normal. In the National Football League, this shit is not normal. When you're laying on the field and you're looking like that and your family's looking like that going, okay, you got your coach on the field, you got your players on the field, everybody taking a knee, you got your family on the field. That shit is not normal. Monica Freeman in the building. We have a BKFC fighter, a bare knuckle fighter in the live stream right now. Everybody say what's up to Monica in the building right now. She's going to come live back on our platform again. I watched her fight. She's a freaking warrior. She's in the live stream. She's going to be joining us live. If you haven't followed Monica yet, she even has a clothing line that's out that we're going to be bringing on the platform, showing people. Monica Freeman, we appreciate you. Put those fists up in the live stream. Monica Freeman, bare knuckle fighter, we appreciate it. We got more of them coming on the show. But let me tell you something. It's time for Tua to make the best decision for his family. Not the best decision because what we're saying for him and his family. If the best decision is to get out there and freaking keep playing football, good for you. You want to get out there and keep playing football? Good for you. But I'll tell you this, it's a massive liability. And people right now, the Dolphins overlooked some things. They misjudged it. They paid him $200 million. If they would have given him $100 million, people would have said, holy shit, $100 million for someone that you don't know if they could even take a hit. And they gave him $200 million. So to me, look, we got to get past that. I'm not trying to go crazy on that. I'm just saying there's some freaking issues out there. In the live stream right now, everybody put NFL, everybody put Dolphins, because let me tell you something. YouTube's got to get our shit back circulating along the freaking internet. They got to fix it, and here we go. Miami Dolphins are signing quarterback Tyler Huntley from the Ravens, and some of this are like, not true, is true, not going to happen, is happening. They did sign it. They didn't sign it. Look. This is the quarterback that it's been talked about, been circling around. Tyler Huntley, look, played behind, obviously, Lamar Jackson. He's got some abilities. And I'll tell you this right now. If you look at how Tua's operating right now, anybody in the National Football League is going to play better. Like, let's be honest. Anybody in the National Football League, if the defense is like, okay, this man can get outside the pocket. We got to watch him. Got to have a spy at the linebacker position. You got to have somebody that's watching the quarterback. They don't got to watch Tua. They can let Tua. They don't got to watch Tua run anywhere. He's not doing anything, so he now is one-dimensional. Tyler Huntley is someone that can come in the game. Pull his picture up again. He can come in the game. He can play. He can ball. But the question is, will he be able to take the Miami Dolphins to the next level? Can he take the Miami Dolphins where they want to go? Can he take them next level and take them where they got to go? That's the major question right now. Are the Miami Dolphins going to be anywheres near as good as what they anticipated this year? I'm going to pull up right now their conference. I'm going to pull up right now who's in their division. But look, listen, before we even go down that road right now, we just got to say this. Seeing a man on the field like this one time would be like, all right, this is a liability. I'm worried about that, right? I'd be worried. Twice, 3 times. I think people right now understand the situation. I think there's a financial situation going on. If you ask me, I love Tua. I think he's a great person. I make that very clear on this platform. If I put on there Tua's a problem, if I put Tua's an issue, if I put Tua and the Miami Dolphins have concerns, this isn't because I think that he's a personal problem. The issue is the contract, guaranteeing the money over $200 million. Now he's going to get about 140 or whatever guaranteed money. If he comes back, let me be clear again, if he decides to stay in the National Football League, they have to pay him that massive guaranteed money. If he decides to walk away, he's going to save the Dolphins like $40, $50 million. And that is why this is coming down to money right now. They're trying to bring another quarterback. I kind of like the idea of Ryan Tannehill. They've been talking about Brady coming back on the field. Can you imagine Tom Brady comes back on the field? Like, can you imagine they signed Tom Brady down here in Miami, Florida to show up and play football to finish the season? I got to tell you, I love Tom Brady. But Tom Brady as an announcer did not gel into that position yet. As an announcer on Fox during the games, it's not the same person that we see on the field. It's like any random person is like 1st and 10. Yeah, he got a first down and that. We need Tom Brady to be like, okay, come to line of scrimmage. They need to change the play right now. Check. We want to know what his brain is telling him about the offense, so we know why he was so damn successful, right? Like, that is what people are trying to get from Tom Brady. You're not getting that from Tom Brady on Fox. So I'm just saying it might be beneficial for Tom to come back and finish one season as a Miami Dolphin living down here. Just saying. Not sure that's going to happen, but that's a question out there right now that will be very interesting. Are the Dolphins still a strong playoff team? In the live stream right now, if you're watching this live, comment down below. Do you think the Miami Dolphins will make the playoffs, yes or no? Will they make the playoffs, yes or no? I want to know what you guys think. In the chat right now, put Dolphins no or Dolphins yes. Why are we putting Dolphins? You asked me, Brandon, why are we writing Dolphins? Because we want YouTube to know we're talking about the Dolphins. Because as you know, we get thousands of people in there for our freaking games, and they shunned us out there and won't show our damn live streams. And then we talked about some political stuff on here, and through the roof, it ran over 200 people in the morning on our live stream. We're going to bring it back. It's going to be rocking and rolling. Don't worry about that. But here we go. The Miami Dolphins, they got the Patriots. They got the Buffalo Bills, and they got the Jets. Now, the Patriots are not playing as bad as I thought. Buffalo Bills just show what they can do against the Dolphins with Tua in the game. And the Jets, we know what's going on with the Jets right now. It's been a little confusing with the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. We can all say that right now. But the question is, can the Dolphins win this division? You saw what happened against the Bills, so that's a no. Can they beat the Patriots? We'll see about that now. They have all the players, obviously. The Miami Dolphins have all the players. But at the end of the day, winning this division, getting to the playoffs, winning in the postseason, they have all the freaking talent in the world. I mean, I pull up these pictures all the time with the Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle connection, and then they went out and they got OBJ, and OBJ hasn't gotten a chance to play yet and get out there and ball. They lost their boy into it. They got Porter. They got Jalen. Look, they got a lot, but even Jalen Phillips is back. Tyreek Hill got his money. I got pictures of Tyreek Hill. Got his freaking massive paycheck. He's feeling good. And when you come into the stadium and it's roaring when they're winning football games and when they're not winning, oh my God, is it balled in there, boy. Like those fans, they start out looking like this for game one. They are rocking and rolling, and you hear them out there and they're screaming like this. Make some noise! And then all of a sudden you look at the stadium and you're like, it's slowly deteriorating from what's going on because they're losing football games. And listen, this week, here's who the Dolphins got. They got the Seahawks. Can they beat the Seahawks? Can the Dolphins beat the Seahawks? Yeah, they can. Will they beat the Seahawks? Who's their quarterback going to be? Who, when they show up? Skyler, they had a quarterback out there. Skyler thought he was going to be pretty good. They signed another quarterback, bringing him in now. They're not really thinking that he's going to be able to get it done. So when you look at the whole grand scheme, guys, and picture today, I'm just saying, living down here in Miami, you love to see the local team win because you live here. Business thrives. People thrive. People are excited. We love what's rocking and rolling. We love what's going on. I love when LeBron was here. It was LeBron James. It was Dwayne Wade. I mean, it was just impressive. Bosh on the court. They were winning championships. I was here. I went to those playoff games, and I saw them beating people. Some of the best, let me tell you something, some of the best playoff games I ever seen in my life, rocking and rolling. And then LeBron left, Dwayne Wade left, Bosh left, and look, the Heat are good, Jimmy Butler, but just not, not this team we were watching, from back in the day. So I want to see the hometown team win. But Tua, look, man, this man is deciding to play football again. And for his family's sake, I feel personally it's time to hang the cleats up. I'm not making a decision for him because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not speaking for the young man, 26 years old, by the way. I believe Stevie's girl got that right. He's going to be spinning that freaking wheel as soon as we get back for the play-by-play. And let me tell you something. I got some ideas for you. I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to be doing some college football games. We're going to be doing Ohio State, Michigan, right freaking here on the live stream. Because let me tell you something. When I was doing the live stream and the NFL was shunning us out there for YouTube, we're going to find out. Because when we go Ohio State, Michigan live on the platform, we're going to see who comes in the building. We're going to see if it's just an NFL thing. We're going to see if it's just an NFL thing because we're going to get Ohio State, Michigan in the building. We're going to do those massive games, those Penn State whiteout games and those massive college football games and national championship game. The playoff football games are going to be live right here with you guys watching football on this damn platform. In this chat right now, you guys like college football? Yes or no? College football, yes or no? Right now, I'm watching it live. People watching this live and people that watch this stream later. Are you a big fan of college football? I'm watching it right now in the chat. Let me see. Are you a big fan of college football because we'll put the biggest games on here and we'll see how we rock and roll. Let's go, Nathan, Pitbull Mama, Annie, Stevie's girl, Brittany's in the building, Roger is in the building, Tracy's in the building. We could put some massive, let me tell you something. College football is exciting, right? NFL is exciting, but college football, let me tell you something. It's different. LaFrance, how you feeling? Jeff Lee, MJ, Cap. You know right now, college football is crazy. And when they bring it to the attention, and let me tell you, if YouTube lets us run, we will have thousands of people. Mile High's in the building. Let me say something for Mile High.
Smoke weed every day.
Guys, Mile High, we appreciate you. You know we appreciate you. Everyone that's in the building, you guys make this happen. I want you guys to know something. Jesse's in the building.
Make some noise!
Let me just tell you guys something right now. As we move forward in this platform, I do sports entertainment. People are like, why is he talking about that today? Because I'm giving you all the shit you need to know. I'm not going to get on here and talk about some local Congress stuff. I'm going to get in there and give you the big heavy hitters, the shit that you need to know. Smack the like button right now. If you're watching this live right now, there should be 20 goddamn likes on this shit, regardless. There's 20-some people in here. Let me tell you right now, we do everything we're going to talk about on this platform. We're talking about Tua today because it's big time. If something big happens tomorrow, Diddy, we talked about Diddy yesterday, and let me tell you something. Diddy did not get that bail. Diddy did not get that bail, boy. He is out there. He is struggling. That family, we got to dive into that at a later note. But right now, I want you guys to understand something. I appreciate you guys more than you guys know. You guys make this shit rock, and I promise you this. You guys, by the end of this season, when you see so many people in here, everything is going back to the Mason mob. Everybody that's in the Mason mob is going to reap the benefits. And we're working on right now a massive headquarters for the Brandon Mason Show. And we're going to have direct contacts with YouTube fixing the situation. And we'll be rocking and rolling. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people will be in here hanging out with us for those games. And we got NFL, we got NBA, we got NCAA football right here on this platform. You watch our first goddamn football game, Ohio State, Michigan, and we have some others. I will make an announcement. I will do it. And if you're not on there on the email list, you got to get on there. I'm going to tell you why. Every weekend, I tell you what games I'm doing. But if something happens and I got to jump up there and start talking right now, an emergency briefing, an emergency show on the top, I'll say emergency show or emergency news, boom, Diddy this, or boom, Tua that, or boom, Dak Prescott, whatever's going on, you better get that email because it goes right to your email and you'll get it on your phone. Boop. Oh, Brandon Mason's going live in about 30 minutes. He's going to be talking about this. I got to tune in. Or you might say, I don't give a shit about that. Not watching. But that's not what's going to happen. You're going to see it go, I'm going to be on there. So right now, go to BrandonMasonShow.com, BrandonMasonShow.com, and on that homepage, put your freaking email in there so I can email you at night and you know the next day what we're talking about. You're the first people to find out. I'm just telling you right now, part of the Mason mob, I greatly appreciate you. Before I get off right now, if you want to join the Mason mob and become part of our show, there's a lot that's going to happen for you. If you want to be part of our show, what I'm going to do right now in the live stream is I'm going to drop the link right now. You don't have to do it. I appreciate it. It's $1 a month. And when you join our show, every time we make money, big time sponsors, it goes back to you. That $1 a month, I can promise you, everybody in the freaking live stream right now, I'll promise you this. If you're part of the Mason mob, at the end of this year and into next year as the sponsors come in, I will look at what the hell you paid for the membership, and it's all going back to you, so you don't got to worry about the shit anyway. But it's part of building the Mason mob. Up and up and up. I just dropped the link in the chat. I appreciate it. I think Pitbull Mama dropped the link in the chat. Right there it is. Join the Mason mob. You get verified on our show. When you talk, you get highlighted on our show. And we have thousands of people when they come into the building. Guess what? You're still highlighted on our platform. We appreciate you. We love you. We respect you. And I'm just saying, as I get ready to sign off today, I hope all of you have an excellent rest of your day. An excellent rest of your hump day. That hump day just sounds a little off sometimes. I'm not going to lie. When I say hump day, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking hump day. But it's a hump day. It's Wednesday. So get through today. Enjoy it. Tomorrow we're heading right down into the end of the week to the weekend for some football experiences. We'll be live this weekend for some games. Tomorrow's Thursday. You know what that means? Thursday night football is right here tomorrow night. We're live for the game tomorrow night right here on this platform. Everybody come into the building, smack the like button on the way in. You're going to see YouTube blast us up to 100 people in the building, and then they bring it back down because somebody's flagging our show, and that's okay because we're not going to effing stop. We're going to keep it rolling, and we're going to roll right into college football, and then we're going to find out if college football flies off the handle and we know we're moving and rocking and rolling. Guess what? We just found out that someone's flagging our damn show. So we'll get it rocking. Don't worry about that. I appreciate you guys. It is Wednesday. It's the 18th. When you walk out of here today, hold your head high because you're a part of your own family, but you're bigger than that. You're a part of the Mason mob, and you're part of what we're doing on our platform. I got a lot of opportunities for you and some big things to explain to you guys and some bare knuckle fighters coming on the show. You're going to love that, and hopefully we get our NFL stuff signed so they can come on and be part of our program. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow morning at 9:55, not 10. 9:55. Everybody throw the flags in the chat. We see the flags popping in the building right now. Stevie's girl, send me that direct message on there. We got to send you something on IG, Brandon Mason Show. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Brandon Mason Show, and send me a message. I'll write to you right now. I need your PayPal so I can send you something. Everyone that's in the building right now, Candy, Tracy, we got something for you in the live stream right now. Send me that freaking message. I'll take care. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. Spend the rest of your day enjoying it. Be safe, be happy, safe travels. See you guys tomorrow morning, 9:55. Everybody that's in here, 9:55. Get your butts in here. And tomorrow night, we got the live game. See you. Oh, by the way, before I head up, we got some shirts going to you too. Some of them were printed. I'm taking a look at it. Going right to your house. I'll ship it right to you. Don't worry about it. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your day.
In the end, if you're covering the Colorado Buffaloes, just like you're the same Paul Feinbaum that's come over the airwaves last year and this year. You were talking about how people were rooting for him to fail. So if they were rooting for him to fail, which is something that you conceded last year, right? Chances are that the level of venom, vitriol, criticism that's coming in his direction only intensified, right? So if he decides that there's some people out there that literally want me to fail and are willing to go after my kids in order to do it, can we summarily dismiss the notion that there are people out there that he believes are extra critical of his program and the players playing on this program? We can't do that, Paul. We can't do that.
Listen, first of all, I'm not on trial here. Deion Sanders is the person we're reacting to. And Stephen A., when you go to your alma mater,